What's up, guys? My name is Tyler, aka Coleman. Welcome back to the Mew Pickems for the VDL. I'm joined here with AGP.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to the Pickems, finally.
Yes, thank you. It's we tried setting up before, it didn't work out, but I am here now, so very glad to be here.
Yeah, I like the
Very glad.
mix. I like the huge mix of people that I've been able to have as my co-host during the season.
Yeah, absolutely.
I started off with like the returning Cuddles, and then Derpster and Akshi, and now you.
Yep. Here we are.
Fun stuff. Are you ready to get started?
I am ready to get started.
Okay, we starting off with the owner of the league, Vortex 23 against Toad. Very interesting. Would you like to go over the matchup?
Yeah. The first thing that I noticed in this matchup is Iron Bundle and Regieleki just go so hard in this matchup. Like, just the two of them alone just have such good matchups into most all of Toad's Pokemon. Like, Iron Bundle with Freeze Dry just hits everything, and then Regieleki's just so fast, it'll just Volt Switch or Thunderbolt anything it really wants to.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just gonna do such big damage.
Yeah, Iron Bundle is insane. It's every single matchup that we have looked at. I mean, but that I've looked at during the season of Vortex. Iron Bundle just goes absolutely insane in every single one of them. Sylveon is the only switch in bulkiness wise to take and move, but Bundle can just flip turn on that, and it's gonna do a solid amount of damage because Sylveon doesn't have great physical defense. While Vortex also has like the Goodra and the Salazzle to take any Sylveon hit, also that Coloss on the back. So I think Iron Bundle, especially that late game, is going to do massive damage.
Absolutely, and like you said about Goodra, it's just so good here as well. Like, it completely shuts down Moth, and it can hit Sylveon really well. It's looking really good for Vortex this week.
Yeah, even maybe a... Does Goodra Hasui get gooey?
I think it does.
Regular does. I don't know if this one does. But if it does, then it's good against Dragonite here.
Yep, it does have gooey.
Okay, then yeah, that's great against like Dragonite. If it tries to do up a Dragon Dance and stuff, you can just switch on Goodra and it's like extreme speed or something.
Yep, definitely, and that's just really big.
Nice matchup right here for Vortex 23. I don't really know what Toad's offensive pressure is going to be like here. I mean, the King Gambit looks okay.
I'm looking at Zapdos.
Zapdos does also look good.
It does do pretty good here. You just gotta be careful of, like, you know, what kind of set you want to bring and all that stuff, really.
Yeah, because if it doesn't bring Scarf, then it's got to watch out for the things that do outspeed it, like the Bundle and the Regieleki. And if it does bring Scarf, then it's being forced into doing a move, you know?
Yeah, and then it's just a guessing game from there.
Yeah, like if it checks a fighting type move, Annihilate can come in. If it clicks a flying type move, then Goodra or Colossal could come in. If it clicks anything else, like it's switching its state into knockoff against like Deoxys, then Dashbone could stay in against it and just start opening wishes.
Oh yeah. Quagsire doesn't even look too bad either, but the fact that it's the only ground type while Regieleki is there is just so bad. Like, it doesn't want a Terra.
Yeah, it really doesn't want a Terra here. I feel like it's going to be very dependent on that Quagsire with the Goodra there, the Regieleki there, Salazzle, Colossal. It's going to be really reliable on that. It could even be trying to switch in against the Annihilate, you know, against like bringing Unaware against a bulky ape.
Oh yeah. But yeah, this matchup is just, I think it's heavily in Vortex's favor here.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a tough game for Toad to win. Which if Toad is able to win, it's going to be a big win for him. Because Vortex is currently number 1 in the standings, and I think Toad's like somewhere near the middle, but he's got a good record.
I mean, that 3-2 record.
Yeah.
I think if Toad can do it, I think that they're so good at the game. I'm gonna say that right now, because like this matchup it does not look great. But I won't count Toad out because he's kind of goated at the game.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see. Yeah, I'm really excited to see this matchup play out.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to see how Toad can counteract this. He's gonna have to be very worried about the fact that 3 of Vortex's Pokemon outspeed his whole team. I'd be very worried.
I was looking at those speed tiers too, and I was like, this is not good.
Yeah. Like
And
we talked about the Alecki and the bundle, and those two both great, and they both outspeed the whole team.
yeah, and Moth not being supported by like electric terrain or anything like that, unless it's like given by like manually by Charge Bug or something, which would be really funny. I mean, sticky webs aren't even too bad in this matchup, but like
It'd be funny, but also if they set up the terrain, then also bundle would get faster as well.
yeah, a bundle would get faster, and then Reggie like he just gets to hit you with even stronger volt switches and thunderbolts, and if he wants to be, if Vortex wants to be funny, rising voltage. I don't know if it still gets it or not. Get to check right now.
Rising voltage.
It does not get rising voltage. I don't even know if that's still in the game or not. I think it is, but yeah, that would just be insane.
It's an interesting matchup. I'd probably give a Vortex 2-0 win. I think Toad is a good player, and he could whittle him down well. Especially with the King Gambit the Zap does, and the potential of the Sylveon being like Hyper Voice and doing big damage, since Araizajoey doesn't actually resist it.
I can see something like that happening. Maybe a little like a 3 or maybe 3 or 4-0, just because the matchup is just really bad. But that's what I think anyway.
Like even Ape looks like it could be an underrated sweeper here with bulk up and rest. Just like Rage Fist and Drain Punch.
Now that you mention it, Samurott can't even Ceaseless Edge without fearing what is it, Rage Fist going up in power.
Yeah.
So that's just rough.
Rough stuff. So we're both going Vortex 23?
Definitely.
Okay, let's move on to the next game. We have Rampardos versus Will. Rampardos made a lot of trades and he's got rid of his terrain. Very interesting. Got rid of the boulder and the Pincurchin.
Yeah. Very interesting choice, but I believe that Rampardos knows what he's doing. Very good player.
Yeah, he is. Been on a little bit losing streak though.
Yeah, both these players 2 and 3 right now, but the -7 differential versus the +2 is insane.
Yeah, that is pretty wild. Same records, completely different differential.
Yeah, definitely. But while I was looking at this matchup, I really liked the mix of like Dragapult and Kilowattrel for their speed, but Iron Valiant. Just that's all I have to say.
That's all I have to say. Iron Valiant. Combat.
Yeah, what do you do?
What do you do? I have no idea. Matang.
No.
With a Violet. Yeah, but then knockoff. It's really hard to go against that Valiant here. I don't know what the switching is. It's gonna be difficult. I mean, at least some of these Pokemon are gonna be faster. There's no terrain, and you got booster energy once. So Kilowattrel could switch in after doing some stuff. Could get a revenge kill.
Oh yeah, I think electric terrain would have done so good here.
Yeah, I agree.
But I respect it. I respect getting rid of it because he knows what he's doing, I'm sure.
It's gonna be rough. I think Will's winning this. Like immediately off the bat. The Valiant's super scary, but other than the Valiant, like I've seen this in a few other games that I've done pickups for, when they only have one good Pokemon that's really threatening, and the rest of them just aren't too other good.
It doesn't go too well.
I think just these other Pokemon Will side, like the Blaziken and the Kilowattrel, the Dragapult, even the Crocodile looks like it could do some stuff here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the more I look at Crocodile, the more I like it.
Yeah.
Orthworm kind of shuts it down a little bit, but...
A little bit, but also learns close combat.
Yeah, it does get close combat. And I was looking at Blaziken too. If that sets up, it can be a problem.
Yeah, and I don't think Toxapex really wants to come, because there's things like Shaman that has natural cure, and can just get Seed Flare, and Polion can't get Toxic.
Kilowattrel's just gonna Volt Switch on everything.
Yeah. So
I can see it coming for Feraligatr or something, or like Lurantis maybe, but...
I think Chestnut's a little bit more likely with Bulletproof.
Chestnut, yeah. Yeah, I like Chestnut there too.
It's interesting. Will definitely needs it a lot more with that -7.
Oh, definitely. I think Will can definitely win this matchup. I think on paper, Will definitely has a good matchup here. But I just noticed it too. Enamorous with Contrary on the Intimidate or
Ooh, Intimidate
oh
Lando.
my, yeah, on Intimidate Landorus or something. That could put in some work too.
Yeah, it could. Earthworm is the only switching again.
Yeah.
The Earth Eater against Earthbound. But
Yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty. I think it's not gonna be one-sided. Is what I'm gonna say. It's gonna be pretty close. I think.
yeah, me too. They're both good players. The matchup, it's definitely favorable to Will, but there's Pokemon that Rampardos has that can still do good stuff.
Definitely.
So we're both going with Will for this one?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you ready to move on? To our
Let's do
third
it.
game between Staarii and Ersel. These are like
Let's see
two
what
of
we
the
get.
most unconventional teams in the division.
Yep.
You know?
Whoa. Wait. Spectre kind of does really good.
Yeah. Especially it's faster than everything. Gets Draining Kiss, Shadow Ball, Nasty Plot.
Greninja is like a huge issue for this team, but I think that Starry has a lot of things to work around it, like Screamtail and Vaporeon.
Yeah, they have options, but Greninja still looks insane.
It
Dark
definitely
Pulse
does.
Hydro Pump looks crazy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, at least the Meowscarada outspeeds it by 1 point.
I'm really liking Gouging Fire on Starry's side too.
Yeah, it looks
Just a
pretty
mixture
strong.
of like Fire Move and Earthquake. It hits a lot of things really well.
Yeah, I agree. It looks pretty good here. I mean, if it's able to set up a Dragon Dance.
Oh yeah, and I don't think that'll be too hard to do either with some of these Pokemon just being a like Gouging Fire can definitely switch in on some of these Pokemon and just start setting up.
Yeah, it can switch on like Rillaboom and Mega and
Yeah,
probably even Jirachi
you really
there.
have to be careful. Yeah, definitely. You really have to be careful if you're Ersel here, because if that Gouging Fire sets up, it's going to be very hard to break through just because of like its bulk, but also its just raw power. It's so strong, but it's pretty bulky.
Yeah, I think it is too, yeah.
Yeah, base 121 defense and a pretty solid
Dang.
special defense with a really high, not really high, but like considerably high HP stat.
Yeah, I think maybe Ursula even brings that Dugtrio.
Honestly, I can see it. It's like it doesn't even look super bad. Like it's pretty good. Sure, it can trap. Oh well, it can't trap Spectre, but it can hit it pretty well. Can trap Gouging Fire. I can see it having a little niche or a little something cool with some arena trap shenanigans.
Also, I totally forgot to say this at the beginning, but look at the layout. The layout was being. I was inspired by It's Just Matt, so credit to him.
Yeah.
I was supposed to say that at the start, but we vibing in the middle of the video. Yes, he
That's
had some
funny.
great work. I saw his Pickems video last week, and I got inspired to make this version.
Shoutouts to It's Just Matt.
Exactly. He's just a little Matt, you know?
He's just Matt.
It's I think I'm favoring Staarii more because of the Gouging Fire, Meowscarada, Spectria,
I think so.
you know, and
It's
I
hard
think they
to
have the defenses as well.
I feel like this matchup's very hard to talk about.
Yeah, it's
Like I'm
certainly
having
is.
some I'm having some troubles like deciding what's really good and what's not. I can see anything happening here. Both of these teams are like they're pretty good against each other, but I think Starry's gonna come out on top.
Yeah, me too. Sorry, Ersel. I know you're at the bottom of the standings right now. I hope you get your win, but your team not looking great.
Let's see. I'm excited to see this one too. Definitely, I'm gonna definitely take a look at this one when it gets played.
We got to go on Staarii.
Oh yeah.
We're both going with Staarii. Let's move on to Tam Vs Araizajoey. Both two teams that are close in the standings right now.
Yeah.
This
would be
interesting.
a pretty big win, no matter who takes it. So I think
Yeah.
this game is just it's a really big game, and
And we got-
rain versus snow.
Yeah, it's interesting. We got a weather war going
Wow.
on. Azumarill going to love this rain.
Yeah, absolutely. Azumarill is going to love this rain, and Poltergeist being Terra is really good here. I think
Yeah,
if it gets a Shell Smash off, it can hit a lot of things very well, but they also have to fear like some mirror herb stuff because that's been quite common around in all the divisions. Really, I've been seeing it quite a lot. So
Yeah,
I think it's definitely possible, and it's such a good counterplay item. I just think it's so good. But you know what else is so good? Archaladon.
Arcal don't do be that damn good here. Man's a wolf for days.
Yep. Excalibur too. Like both these teams got threats on threats, and I cannot tell you who would win this matchup. Barrascuda is right there though.
It do be right there. It do be. And Araizajoey has a difficult time taking it down with close combat and liquidation.
Yep. I'm not sure how they're going to deal with it, but we're definitely going to find out.
Even Overquill down there looks like it has a solid matchup.
Yeah, I was thinking about Overquill looking really good, hitting a lot of things very well. That typing is just so good.
And then Sizzle using Bullet Punch against the Excalibur.
Yep.
In a few turns.
The Weather War is going to be so huge here because if Scizor is out and Excalibur is out in the snow, it's not going to be as good for Scizor. But if it's in the rain, it's not going to be as bad because you get the snow defense boost. So Excalibur is just going to go. It's just going to go in if it has that defense boost because it really needs it against like Excadrill and Scizor, Archaladon if it wants to body press.
This is gonna be
just
close.
Getting rid of. Yeah, I definitely think so. And just Barrascuda's right there too. It's the weather is going to be so important to keep.
I think I'd even suggest maybe whoever bringing another version of weather, like Tam bringing Rain Dance on Hatterene or something. I don't know.
That's very possible too.
In case something goes down. Who do you think is gonna win? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either. Also, Scizor has access to Rain Dance.
Damn, Scizor, you dancing in the rain.
Yeah, that's possible too. It's hard to say who's going to win this matchup.
I'm siding a little more on Tam.
Yeah, I think like a very, very close game with Tam. If Araizajoey plays their cards right though, they can definitely win this. I'm not counting either of these players out.
I think I just sided with Tam because they have more use in the rain with multiple of their Pokemon, while Excalibur is the only like one to go with the snow. And then there's other Pokemon like Hatterene who can just switch into like Registeel, Stealth Rocks, and Toadstool Spikes.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed
right
too. Having Aurora Veil though is also just really good.
Yeah, like I can definitely see how Araizajoey wins this. Excalibur on its own, and then in Veil as well. Like Bax looks absolutely insane. Darkrai has very limited switch into a Dark Bolt.
Yeah.
And then the Poltergeist with Terra and Terra Blast fighting looks like it can do some big damage.
Yep, absolutely. Tam also just has really, really good options in the rain. Like so many threats upon threats, and Araizajoey just really has Excalibur. So it's gonna be a very, very interesting matchup.
Shall be.
Yeah, a lot of these very, very cool matchups this week. I'm really excited.
You delicious. Really gonna stand out the standings to see who lands who. Well, yeah, these are like lots of different standing matchups. Whoever wins this one, they're both 2-1. I mean, no, actually, he's 3-2. He's 2-3. But if Araizajoey can win this, then he can actually move up.
Yeah, this is a big game for both of these.
Well, if
players.
Tam moves
Neither
up,
of them want.
He could get in the top 3.
Neither of these players want to lose.
Yeah. You ready to move on to the next game, though?
Yes, I am.
Oh, our last one that we have since one of the games we already played. Because we're behind schedule, trust. Next game we have that one guy versus Cprime.
Let's see. I didn't even take a look at this matchup yet, so I'm going off the top of my head here.
Hands off his head. It's quite interesting. I think Cprime, this is again one of his better matchups like last week. The Kyurem looks really good. Landorus, Quavel. Roaring Moon does also look pretty solid here as well though. Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Crunch, Acrobatics as well. God damn.
Yeah, it just does so much work here.
White.
Kyurem too, honestly. Kirim would do very well. Frostmoth is there to save the day though. Frostmoth does pretty alright into this team, I think.
So look at like the treads with Earthquake, Ice Spinner, Volt Switch.
I'm seeing a lot of threats on both sides. And it's hard to see if anyone has a favorable matchup because both of them just have threats that just destroy each other.
Threats for days.
I've yet to mention Quackable, but that's just because, you know, it's great.
It's busted.
I didn't mention it because it's great. It didn't have to be mentioned.
Too,
I don't even mind Quackable here. It hits a lot of things with its stabs, and then it gets so many options like knockoff or triple axle or U-turn if it wants to stop Woshian from not being chipped, I guess. There's plenty of options that a lot of these Pokemon have on Cprime's side.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But then, like, on the other hand, Terrapagos and Roaring Moon, like, the top three just do so well. Even like Moltres. Moltres isn't too bad. There are a few things that are pretty threatening to it, but there are definitely answers.
I'm not sure what side I lay on. It's pretty down them.
I can't give a reason to why either of these guys would like lose this. A very even matchup, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it'll just depend on how it'll be more of a player matchup than a Pokemon matchup, I think. Depends on what some players bring, what each player brings, and what answers they have.
Yeah, this is pretty goddamn down the middle. I'm not quite sure.
There are some threats, but then just there's good checks to them on both sides. So it's just gonna have to play out itself, and so we can see how it does.
I think personally, I'm a little bit more on Cprime. I'm a little bit more.
I can see it.
1% more, just because of
only one.
Yeah, just slightly on the edge of Cprime.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that.
You know, he's got the speed advantage. He's got the Veil. Crocodile is pretty good here against any setup mons, but even then, Roaring Moon could knock off the Evilite instead like an Earthquake. Like it's a difficult game. There's noises going in my background. Well, and I think Cprime might have a little struggle against Swampert. He's gonna have to switch in his Free Drive Pokemon to kill it.
Yep,
it's gonna be rough. Tog definitely has the defensive advantage. Well, I think Cprime has the offensive advantage.
Yep. That's all you can say about it, really.
Yeah.
One has a good defensive advantage, the other has offensive advantage. It's just a matter of how they play, and
yeah, these guys are both my friends, so and I don't know how many times they've fought each other in the past, so this is gonna be interesting to see them play.
I would consider myself a friend, a newer friend. I don't know if these guys even played at all, so.
Not sure, but they're both mods.
I think,
so
yeah, that's true.
Seen them around in the mod yet?
Yeah, I think this matchup is going to be very, very, very interesting. I'm rooting for both. I just want everyone to win.
Bro wants the double. So bro wants the double knockout. The self-destruct.
Hit with the +0.
Yeah, bro wants nobody to lose their spot.
I want everyone to win. Like, why can't that just happen?
I'm sorry, in this game there's winners and there's losers.
It's gonna have to happen, and either way, I'm sure I'll be not upset. Unless some like stupid luck thing happens and then someone wins because they get lucked.
Yeah, that's always the worst.
Which it happens. It's Pokemon, but you can't just not be upset at that. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a very, very cool matchup.
Oh, great. And now let's do the outro. Wait, what?
The outro? We're already done?
You know it. Yeah.
Whoa.
Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to Vortex's YouTube channel. Make sure you do that and join the Discord. And if you hadn't already, make sure you join the speed draft. It's happening March 2nd.
Yeah. Join the speed draft.
And you can beat up AGP.
Yes, that's exactly why I want you here.
Exactly. Do you have any last words?
I hope everyone's having a great day or night or whatever. I don't have anything else to say. Good luck to everyone in their matches of the Mew division.
Yeah, see ya.
Goodbye.